Yo, what's good everyone? OJ here. Welcome to another video. Today we've got some hype information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with Adam Cretan over at Panic Button Games has started to hype up some potential developments when it comes to Nintendo Switch ports. So here's what Adam had to say over there on Twitter. And remember guys, this is the lead dude, the lead guy over at Panic Button Games. So here's what he had to say. Apologies in advance for all of the at Panic Button game related stuff that we're going to be talking about this month and next. It might get noisy. Parentheses, also no apologies, end parentheses here. So this is awesome to hear, right? We've been getting the whole rumors about the Nintendo Direct or some type of second Nintendo Direct, and things are starting to line up just a bit. Let's go and let's paint a little bit of a picture here. So just a bit ago, Virtuos, those are the developers behind Dark Souls Remastered. They also did Starlink Battle for Atlas and also LA Noire on the Nintendo Switch. They did all of those games. They stated that they're going to have some high profile games coming to the Nintendo Switch very soon. Now, I know of a few of those games that are going to be coming, but I don't know of everything that they're going to be doing for the Nintendo Switch. So it's going to be interesting to see some of those other projects. So they just talked about that, right? That was recently in an interview. So, okay, cool, right? Now Adam Cretan comes out and says, hey, we've got some Panic Button stuff that's going to be going down. There's going to be a lot of talk. It's going to be a bit noisy this month and next month. So I'm thinking that one, there's a couple different things that have lined up here, guys. We have a Nintendo Direct, or there's going to be some type of presentation, or even the Game Awards, right? So if it's this month and next month, there could be an announcement. Maybe even if it's not a Nintendo Direct, that's fine. It's just an announcement, just like kind of like Warframe was, right? Warframe was not at a Nintendo Direct. It wasn't anything special. It was just announced at some point. So I do feel that what they could do is just have an announcement. But let's just say, just for the sake of this whole Virtuos thing, kind of everything that's been going on with the rumors and gaming intel, that it is going to be a Nintendo Direct. I would guess that it's going to be a mini Direct, and it's going to be a mini kind of like third-party type of Direct where we pretty much just get ports, right? All these different ports from these different studios. And I also guess that maybe even more Japanese companies kind of get into the mix here, and Nintendo really highlights a lot of the third-party games that maybe you'll be able to pick up at the end of December. Maybe there's going to be some games before Christmas that come out after Smash Brothers has kind of just, you know, been out for a little bit. Maybe there's going to be like another big port then. Maybe there's another big port by the end of the month. I mean, I know Furukawa said that they really don't have any more surprises, but maybe that was just first party here. So we'll have to wait and see what goes on for other games. But Virtuos did say that they do have some stuff lined up. Obviously Panic Button does, because Warframe's already done, guys. Like, that game is coming out in like a few weeks on the Nintendo Switch, so you know they've already been done with it, because about a month before it went gold and all of that. And I'm guessing since the port was already done, they know what they're doing there. So I'm thinking that Panic Button has at least 2 games or so to announce, and I think that it would be Wolfenstein the Youngbloods. I think that might be the game that they announce next. I know Doom Eternal is coming, but that Wolfenstein game is coming out before Doom Eternal, I would think. So the Youngbloods, I think that would be a game that's going to be coming out on the Nintendo Switch that Panic Button is doing. And what else could we see? I'm not really sure. Some people are going kind of crazy with speculation and everything, but I'm going to throw one game out there that maybe kind of makes it onto Nintendo Switch that nobody was expecting, or maybe people thought was going to come, but isn't going to come because of what Randy Pitchford had to say, and that is Borderlands. I think it's very possible that Borderlands 2 in particular gets a Nintendo Switch port, because if you think about it, that's an expansive game. That's a game that you can play on the go. It would be great to play that style of game, all those different guns, everything. It'd be just so beautiful to play that game. Remember, they did Borderlands on the PS Vita. In particular, Sony actually did it with their porting studio, but people did like playing Borderlands anywhere that they want, and I know Randy Pitchford and Gearbox wants that. So maybe they say, hey, let's see if we can get Panic Button or Virtuos to make a Borderlands game on the Nintendo Switch and see how that does. And I'd be completely down, even if it was just Borderlands 2, I'd be completely down to pick up Borderlands 2 on the Nintendo Switch. So we'll have to wait and see. It does seem like there's going to be something, maybe a mini Direct or something, showing off some more games, and then maybe there's even something at the Game Awards as well, so we'll have to wait on that. So what do you guys think about what could be going down here. What are your possible thoughts on games that are actually feasible, guys, for what Panic Button could be doing, or Virtuos? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into some crazy news here, guys. Things aren't necessarily going the best at Square Enix, and Final Fantasy 15 seems to be crumbling before our eyes. So Hajime Tabata has departed from Square Enix and Luminous Productions, and a lot of the Final Fantasy 15 DLC has been canceled. So he says that he's off to pursue a new project. So Final Fantasy 15 director and Luminous Productions COO and head of studio Hajime Tabata has announced that he has left Square Enix and Luminous Productions as of October 31st. So it was pretty recently. I'm going to read a portion of his message, and if you want to see the full thing, you can check out the link in the description below. So hello, this is Tabata. It's almost going to be 2 whole years since the release of Final Fantasy 15. I honestly believe the reason we were able to get this far is because of all you loyal fans. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Today, I have a personal announcement to make to all of you. I, Hajime Tabata, will be resigning from Luminous Productions and Square Enix Group as of October 31st, 2018. I was able to gain so much experience with my time at Square Enix. Every title I was able to be a part of means a lot to me. However, Final Fantasy 15 stood out from that group as it was a special project for me, which I went all in on. Therefore, I have decided to take this opportunity to officially announce my departure from Final Fantasy 15 to all the fans who have supported the title across the globe. In regards to my next endeavors and near future, I have a project that I truly wish to solidify as my next challenge after Final Fantasy 15. For that reason, I've decided to leave my current position and start my own business in order to achieve my goal. And then he also goes on to talk about some of the other stuff that's been canceled, stuff that kind of goes on there. So it looks like he's starting up his own thing. He's getting his own company going. And I can honestly sit here and say, after all of the rockiness of Final Fantasy 15 and the producers of that game and kind of went down, I know he's probably just like, skip this and this whole Luminous Productions where they're gonna do like high budget games and do all that stuff. He's like, no way I'm gonna get myself into this again. Square Enix has a very dangerous way of producing their big games, especially their big Japanese games. It's very dangerous. It's reckless. Let's just be real here, guys. Let's call it like we see it, right? When it comes to Kingdom Hearts 3, look at that game. Changing engines midway through there. Announced back in 2013. All sorts of issues. Look at Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Look at what's going on with that game. Look at Final Fantasy 15. Look at Final Fantasy 13 and the debacle with that and the trilogy of games there. Square Enix has had a history now at this point, really just having crazy types of development cycles or just messing things up completely when it comes to it. Now, Square Enix is so good that they can weather the storms every now and then, but look at this, guys. They had a 33 million extraordinary loss booked for the past quarter here. Square Enix really needs to refocus on what made them good in the first place, and I know being aggressive and being ambitious with their projects was feasible for the PS2 days, for the Super Nintendo days. I get that, but the problem that I see is that they're ignoring a lot of the stuff that they have. The fact that they've been ignoring Chrono Trigger. Fans have been asking for that for a long time at this point, and they continue to do Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy, remaster Final Fantasy. Just so much Final Fantasy. Okay, I get it. Final Fantasy's amazing, but what happened to Chrono Trigger? What happened to Chrono Cross? They need to make sure that they invest more into what they're doing with the Nintendo Switch. People have realized that, hey, you don't need to spend how much you spend with PS4 and Xbox One to make a huge, massive RPG like Final Fantasy 15. You can make something the size of Octopath and do well. Now imagine if they actually put more of a real budget into Octopath, because Octopath did not have anywhere near the type of budget that a Final Fantasy has. Imagine if it was a little bit more of a midline game and they actually created stuff out there for the fans who want their old school RPGs and that style. They need to get back to doing that. They need to get back to releasing more of those style of games. Release 3 or 4 of those a year. You should have multiple teams working on that in addition to your bigger games as well. But when your big games like Final Fantasy 15 are sucking up all of your resources for the most part, or Kingdom Hearts 3, it's tough and you can't really branch out, and you're sitting there doing remasters forever because of that. So I do think with Tabata leaving and with Square Enix finding the Nintendo Switch, finding success with Octopath, here's what I would like for them to do. go back to what they did before. They need to bring back Chrono Trigger. They need to cut down on the crazy development cycles of Final Fantasy games, because this is absolutely ridiculous. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again with Square Enix. It's absolutely crazy with the development cycle that they have with these games, and they pretty much turn their producers to just say screw it. And I think Tabata just said screw this, I'm not going to be dealing with this for the next 10, 20 years or however much longer my career lasts at Square Enix. I'm going to go do my own thing and make games in a practical way. And I'm hoping that this is kind of a wake-up call for Square Enix with this loss, and also with losing a good producer with Tabata as well. So what do you guys think about all the developments here with Square Enix? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the final topic here, we do have a nice deal going down at Best Buy, and also Target will be having this deal as well for Black Friday. We have the first look at the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Switch bundle, and this is actually a nice bundle because you get this really cool Mario Kart 8 Deluxe box, but then you also get the game, of course, included for free, the full game download, and guess what? It's only $299. So you essentially get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for free with this, and this is going to be a Black Friday deal. So I think that if you look at everything Nintendo's doing with all the different bundles, right? They've got so many different bundles this holiday. You've got bundles for $299 with the free game in there with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You've got more expensive ones. You have the Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. You have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Bundle. You have the Diablo one as well. There's a lot of variety. There's a lot of different games, and there's also options for people to save a bit of money as well. So I do think that these bundles are going to do very well over the Black Friday holiday, especially this Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle. This is pretty much the game that has been helping sell Nintendo Switches. As soon as people saw that you'll be able to play Mario Kart early in the life, they said, yep, I'm buying a Switch, and they've been buying a Switch for Mario Kart so much. Even with the Nintendo Switch Online, even with that going paid, you can still hop on Mario Kart and find games no problem. I just did that the other day. So Mario Kart is still hopping. People are still playing the game. It's still a lot of fun no matter what, and it looks absolutely fantastic on my new Super Smash Bros. Switch. I just want to say that I know it's the same thing, but still, it just looks so sharp in portable mode, and it's so fun to play as well. So I think this bundle is going to fly off shelves at $299 for Black Friday. You're not going to see this one around. So if you want it, make sure you get there early. Make sure you get there to get this bundle, because you do get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for free. I think it's a good digital type of game. So what do you guys think about all the different topics that we discussed here today? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting PlayerEssence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emails via YouTube membership. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace!